What up? What up? What up? You guys asked for it. You got it. This is Shit Talking Sundays. Fitness tip of the week. We doing something different today. Today we going on location. So without further ado, let's get right to it and let's get with Vince the Beast with Team Fitness Major.
What up, y'all? You know what it is. It's that Wednesday, right? That fitness tip of the week. What we're doing, like I said, we told you that it was going to go down. We told you what was about to happen. So here we are. You see where we are. We're in the gym. Vince the Beast with AG the Dad, Shit Talking Sundays. We about to start these workouts. Today we're going to focus on the back, and then we're going to finish it off with a little bit of core. So right now I'm just going to start off doing my normal workout. When I do my back, I start off doing lat pull-ups or chin-ups, whichever, however you need to do it. Like I told you, there's different modifications. This is just all free, so there's no assisted on here. But you can get assisted by using bands like this and wrapping it around the bar itself, and then putting your feet in here, or getting those thick rubber bands and do that. Or you can use the assisted pull-up machine, which they have upstairs, but again, I'm working out, so I don't use that. But I'm just gonna show you how to properly do a pull-up. So focus on the range of motion, focus on the control, focus on the stability. So I'm gonna do a couple from the front, and I'm also gonna do them from the back. Let me see how I'm gonna do it from the front. The range is kind of bad on here because I don't want to hit my head and knock myself out on TV. Like I said, depending on what you want to do, I'm doing about 10 reps, and then I'll pause for like a minute. That's my rest time, and then I'm gonna hit another one. I'm gonna do 3, maybe 4 total. It always depends on how I feel when I do these at the time, but it's usually 3 at least. Sometimes I'll hit 4, so we'll see how I feel this time after the third one. We're going to, I'm gonna turn around so you can see the back muscles. Well, I guess I should pull my hair up some so you can see the back muscles actually working through the range of motion. One thing I always talk about with pull-ups, chin-ups, making sure you keep your shoulders down. Don't shrug when you do them, and you'll see the back muscles go through that motion. But you want to focus on bringing it down, keeping your shoulders down, keeping your elbow either even or slightly in front of your wrist so that you can activate your back muscles. Always stay hydrated, whether you're drinking just water or you're drinking a workout drink, pre-workout. I used to drink amino acids during my workout, but I don't no more. But if you're a person that may cramp or get really dehydrated, which you shouldn't, because what you should do is drink about 15 to 20 ounces of water about 20 minutes before you work out. So most gyms and people take about 10 to 20 minutes to get there. So if you start before you leave the house, or right when you leave the house. Again, don't gulp it because you don't want to get sick. You don't want to cramp up, but just sipping on that water, said about 20, even if you do it 30 minutes prior to, just to keep you from getting dehydrated, and then drinking something, like I said, during the workout, usually like a pre-workout or just water. We'll try one more. Body weight exercises to me are the best because they focus on just your body weight, and which is always going to be a challenge. And it lasts longer because for whatever reason, we talked about it before on the show. If you look at the pound for pound strongest people, you look at those Olympic gymnasts, those people that do the rings, stuff like that. I mean, those people are just pure strength. So it's crazy that how the body can operate if you just focus on training and making your body the machine. You can really transform your body, of course, and you can also create a whole different strength level. That's that mental and physical strength level. And body weight typically has a lesser chance of injury as opposed to lifting heavy outside weight. So just some nuggets. But again, you know, start at your own level. Not everyone can just do free chin-ups or pull-ups. I know that. But find a balance, find a level that works for you so that you can make sure that you maximize your potential at where you are now. Also making sure that you do them properly, like I was just demonstrating and telling you. I'm gonna try 10 more. I might just get 8. We're gonna see.
All right, all right, all right. Well, shoot, while he's going to the next workout, I have to say that pull-ups for me is a challenge. Now, not as much as it used to be. Back in the day, it was I could probably do 15 to 20. Now, yeah, probably knock out about 10, maybe 2 sets of 10, maybe if I'm lucky. But all right, he should be at the second spot by now.
All right, so we're on to the next exercise. We showed you how to do it from overhead. Now we're gonna do the rows. There's different ways you can do it. I could talk about unilateral, single arm. You can do standing, you can do sitting. I'm gonna do sitting this time. Sitting is really good, especially when you are trying to do heavy weight. So heavier weight is you wanna be seated so you can just put your feet here and get a steady base. But the back is what makes it so challenging is you have no way of spotting yourself. So making sure that your form is proper is critical. So again, it's here. You want to make sure your shoulders are down. You don't want to be shrugging. You want to relax your shoulders, press them down. You also want to make sure that you keep the bar, whatever you're using, lower towards your belly button. You don't want to be coming high. You want to keep it low, and you want to drive through your elbows. Try to bring them behind your back. As you start to come back, you want to kind of shift your chest up just a little bit, because that's going to activate your back muscles, especially the muscles in the middle of your back between your shoulder blades. So that's the difference in this one. But again, it's the same effect. to really target and isolate the back. The back, out of all the muscle groups, for me is the most fascinating and what I like the most, because there's so many different muscle fibers and intricate muscles that you can present, especially like if you have chance to be a bodybuilder, or if you're just a woman that wants to maybe wear strapless or have dresses or blouses with your back out. You can really highlight and attribute your back muscles from all these different angles. So this is the body group that you have to hit from multiple angles so that you can get the most detail showing when you want to present it. So again, we're gonna do about 3 or 4 sets. It's gonna show you how to get yourself lined up, how to get yourself in a proper range of motion. So you wanna have your feet planted again and bent, knees slide back, straighten your legs, stick your chest up. And when you're done, again, slide your legs forward and rest it back down. So you want to make sure that you stay nice and tall, nice and upright. You don't want to be leaning back. You don't want to be slumping forward. You want to stay nice and erect so that you can hit those target muscle groups and make your back muscles and your arms, forearms, your biceps, front of your shoulders, even a little bit the back of your shoulders to do the work. Again, keeping your core muscles tight. That's just, again, I'll talk about working your core during your workout, even when you're not focusing on your core. Maintaining that posture, holding the stomach in, blowing the air out as you say, blow the air out on the hard part, and this is a pulling, back muscles are all pulling exercises. So when you pull, pulling towards you, pulling yourself up, pulling towards you, however you do it. When you're pulling on a pulling exercise like your back, you want to blow the air out. When you are releasing the pull, you want to inhale. So one thing I always say, gravity always points one way. It points down. So you want to breathe out when you're going against gravity. So when I'm pulling, what does the weight do? The weight's going up. When I'm pulling, I'm going against the weight. So that's one way of always thinking about it. So like if you're pressing, same thing applies. But anytime you're going against where gravity is, which always goes down, that's when you want to exhale. So again, we're gonna do a couple more sets of this at least. It's always good to play with the weight, kind of figure out which weight is best for you. And it all depends on how many sets and how many reps you're trying to do. So again, today we're focusing on 10 or 8 to 12 reps. So we're gonna do, that's more of a hypertrophy program, which is volume loading. Again, 3 to 4 sets, about 10 reps, and then you are getting about 1 minute rest, maybe 45 seconds. I'm getting a little bit longer rest because I'm trying to create the dialogue with you to inform you about what we're doing and how we're supposed to do it. But round 2. So what you see when you are doing the rows, I'm pinching my back. If you have a training partner or a trainer, you know, one thing as I do as a trainer is I put my finger in between their shoulder blades and tell them to pinch my finger as they come in. Give them that verbal cue and that feeling, that palpitation so that they can feel it and till you start to get comfortable with that motion. Again, back exercises are the ones that you cannot see the muscles actually working to see if you're doing it properly, because it's behind you. So unless you have eyes in the back of your head, or if you have your own gym set up to where you have mirrors all the way around where you can see behind you, there's really no way of seeing how the back muscles and if you're doing the stuff properly. So it's a lot of feeling of it. It's not a visual side of that one. But once you feel it, and once you get the understanding how it feels when you contract that muscle, when that muscle's being tightened or contracted, it becomes a learning habit, and you'll feel it when it's off. Like I was talking about with the shoulders up, you'll feel when your shoulders are elevating, or you'll feel when you're starting to lean back, and you can correct yourself. Not every rep needs to be perfect. Every rep's not going to be perfect. All my reps aren't perfect, but as long as you get that consciousness and that awareness of when you are slipping on your posture, it's going to help you to achieve greater results safely, which again should always be the highlight of any training, of any workout, because you want to do it safely. You don't want to injure yourself and cause a setback. So round 3, here we go. As always, make sure like, subscribe, share, comment, donate. This stuff ain't easy, and we're bringing you content that you're not going to get on most other shows, live in-person interaction, as well as now fitness demonstrations, and straight to you. So for free 99. You can't beat that. So make sure you show love and support the program. And if you have any questions about any of this during the workout, make sure to chime in and we can answer the question for you. Obviously you can't answer it now because we're getting it in, but definitely will respond to any questions you may have in regards to the back. And this ain't gonna be a one-off. We're gonna do different things. AG wants to work on those pillow tops, so we're gonna hit chest one day. We're gonna do legs a day. So I don't personally do arms, but for AG, we could do arms one day, and for other people that want arms. But if there's a body group, a body part you want to target on, let us know so we can put that into the workout. Or if there's a certain type of workout you might have heard about, or if you want to just see a body weight workout, or just a dumbbell workout, a resistance band workout, whatever. Again, this is a show interactive, and it's for you. So we want to make sure that we bring you the content that you're looking for. It's not just about what we feel is best for you. So anyway, we got one more to go. Let's get it. I know, I hear a lot of times I make it look easy. There ain't nothing easy about it. I always say it's not easy, I just have a lot of practice. And I don't be faking the funk like you see on a lot of those hip hop videos when they smiling doing the workout. Come on, man. I don't know about anybody else. I'm working out. There's no smiling on my end because I'm trying to dominate. I'm trying to kick my ass. I'm trying to dominate whatever exercise or weight that I'm going up against. So this is not smiling. I might two-step a little bit every now and then, depending on what I got banging in my ears. But this is hard work. We're not here for playtime. We're not here for shits and giggles. We're not here to do half-assed. We're here to maximize every minute that we are here getting it in. So we're gonna move on to another exercise, and then I'm gonna show you and demonstrate what we're doing and what we're focusing on this one. So be with you back in a second. On to the next one.
Yeah. The back muscle for me has always been a challenge. Before I started working at a package delivery company, and I did that for about little over 10 years. And I noticed that from lifting, having to pick the boxes up, my back muscles, I was getting the V. That's where, if you want that V, that's where you get that. You get that V right there. So pay attention to what he's talking about. But like he said, he should be at that next spot by now. So let's see where he's at.
All right, so we're on to our third exercises. For those that have been watching and been catching all the other shows, appreciate you again. But I always say, like, big muscle groups, back, chest, legs, you do about 3 or 4 exercises. 3 to 4 sets each exercise. That's enough for a good workout, for a good overall workout of that muscle group. For smaller muscle groups, biceps, calves, you do like 2 exercises, because they're smaller muscle groups, and as you see, like I talked about before, doing the pull-ups, working my arms. The lat pull, seated rows, I'm working my arms. This exercise, arms are getting work. So this one, I don't really have a title for it. It's a form of a row, but I always, when I line my clients up and line people up for it, it's like I talk about in the Olympics, when you're ready to come off the slopes and you're doing that jump, you want to get in that same position for this one. So this one's going to target a lot underneath the armpit, like your, they call this your serratus. You're working a lot of your lower back. You're working your back arms actually for this one, which is very rare on a pulling exercise. But because how you're pulling, you want to keep the arms locked. The triceps get some isometric work in there, and they get a little bit of work because you got to pull down a little bit with your back arm. You also are going to hit some of the shoulders again, and you're going to hit lower back. So that lower back area, lower back fat, that mid back area, your mid lats, you're going to hit a lot of this on this exercise. And again, because you're in that position, having that good posture, you're going to work your core. You can also, if you really focus in, and if you get in that position, you're getting like what we call in sports athletic posture, this athletic position. You can squeeze your leg muscles and get a little bit of a quad and hamstring workout, and eat your shorts, and you'll get some workouts on your glutes or your ass. So again, we're going to do about 3 sets here, maybe 4. So like I said, this could be actually a full body workout depending on how you want to do it. A mixture of movement with isometric contractions. So again, get in your stance, kind of straighten out. So when you get down to the bottom, extend as far as you can and squeeze. Really squeeze your upper and lower back area and your shorts, eat your shorts. And at the top, get that nice stretch. To really tighten it up right here and get these muscles to work. This is one of my favorite lower back and mid back exercises, because you really can isolate that, because it's being isometrically contracted, because you are having to hold that posture, and it also is getting work, active work, because you're squeezing those muscles, especially like I said when you get to the bottom end of the exercise. So, and the weight was a little light. I'm gonna bump up one. You always challenge yourself. Fluctuate the weight. If you need to go down and need to add more weight, that's cool. Or if it's too heavy and you need to lighten the load, it's also cool. But as long as, again, your intensity is high enough to force your body to adapt, to change. Law of adaptation, where you place a demand high enough on your body to force change. So, round 2. Yeah, that weight was a little better, right, just about right. But again, I feel it right here a little bit. I don't really do arms, but you also, I feel it stretching here, especially if you combine stretching with this, with stretching as you do the pull-ups. So it's not just about constantly contracting, squeezing the muscles. You need to elongate them, because when you always talk about, no, look at they have long, lean muscles. They have lean muscles. Well, just flexibility training, which I always promote, stretching out your muscles, then allow those muscles to look longer and leaner. And that's going to give you that thinner shape and look that most people are desiring. So it's always important to stretch. And then in this case, like I said, there are some exercises where you actually can stretch the muscle through the workout. So and then I talked about the pre-workout, or whatever you're drinking. You see, just drink it sporadically, couple sips. Don't drink a lot. You shouldn't need to drink a lot, because if you are having to drink a lot at one time, that means that you're getting dehydrated. So taking that step prior to, make sure you're hydrating throughout the day, but especially that 30 minutes or 20 minutes prior to, say about 15 to 20 ounces of water, about 20 minutes or so prior to your workout, will help you to not feel dehydrated while you're in your workout, even when you're talking like I am. All right, round 3. So we're gonna do one more. So let's see, we're at 4, 8, 12 sets total. Again, I talked about doing that, like 3 or 4 exercises, doing about 10 to 12, maybe 14 reps. That's how much you should do. You don't need a whole lot. You need to do an hour on one body part, or 20 reps, 20 sets on one body part. You want to maximize. You know, everyone's time is precious. Everyone's time is limited. So by maximizing that time, by doing stuff properly, with intent, with proper focus, proper preparation prevents poor performance. With the right intensity, get in, get it in, and get out. Then you go on with the rest of your day. Let's see. All right. Heart rate now is about 140, 130s. Of course, we didn't show the warm up in the beginning, but depending on what body group you work, today was legs and back. So you want to just focus on warming up the legs, maybe doing like the elliptical, get that rotation, get the core warmed up, get your lats warmed up, get your shoulders warmed up. Do like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. That's all you really need if you're just doing it for warm up. If you have other goals and aspirations where you put cardio first, then you can do more. And there's nothing wrong with doing more. As long as, again, it all depends on what your goal is and what your function is. So we got one more. Let's go. All right. Back is done. Like I said, now I would like to end my workouts with core. So I'll do a couple core exercises, and then that'll be a wrap. Do some stretching, go home, and mission accomplished. So, we're gonna do just a couple core exercises, and then we'll be wrapping it up.
So if you haven't liked, share, subscribe, hit that notification button, then I don't even know if I should even continue this, because this is jewels that everyone could utilize, everyone can use and share. Please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification button. Let everybody know that you found a new source for physical fitness. All right. So let's wind it down to the last and final portion of this exercise. He had to, walk a little bit further. So I'm taking full advantage of making sure you like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification button. All right. So, yep, I just got the green light.
All right, so okay, we're gonna round this off, finish it up with the core. Like I said, I like to pre-exhaust the core during the other exercises, other muscle groups, but then highlight the core at the very end so that you can really focus in and hammer in on your core work. So, for me, I do about 2 to 4 exercises, just depends on how much work, on what type of work I'm doing for my core prior to. We're just gonna do a couple exercises tonight. We're gonna do some seated twists. One of the benefits of the seated twist, especially on back day, is you are stretching the muscles in the back, especially your lower back. So you get a little bit of a stretch with the rotation of this exercise. And then we're going to also do some oblique work, or the no love handles. The benefit or the main thing you want to focus on when you're doing the seated twist is keep the weight, the ball, your hands, whatever you're using, dumbbell, and you can use all the methods I mentioned or none of them. Like I said, just your hands. But you want to keep that closer to the center of your chest. You want to keep the rotation between nipple line. Now you know, you see people and they're doing this. You're stretching out your shoulders, but you're really not activating much core work because there's no real rotation. The core, you're just squared up. So you need to rotate through the exercise so that you can stretch the other side and then cause it to contract and reverse on the reverse to the opposite side so that you can really get the muscles to recruit and activate, as well as, again, you're going to stretch and work a little bit of your lower back. So this works a lot of primarily the transverse abdominis, as we talked about before, the belt line muscle for your abs, as well as a little bit in your obliques, and you also get some lower back. So you want to soften your knees, bend your knees primarily, put your heels on the ground. You can challenge yourself more by having one leg up, or you can have both legs up while you're doing it. It just causes, again, a lot more of a challenge. So for me, I'm just going to do both feet down just for today. So, and again, you can, if you are using any type of weight or a ball, you can really focus on squeezing in this case, got the plate, squeezing the plate, because that's going to recruit your chest muscles and your front of your shoulders. So again, one thing I like to use, and although we have the prime mover, the main muscle group we want to focus on, you can activate in the proper form with the proper technique other muscle groups. It doesn't have to be, well, I'm working this muscle group, so I'm just going to focus, it's just going to be this. You can hit other muscle groups along with that muscle group as long as you're doing proper form. Like I said, little things like squeezing the plate, little things like squeezing your glutes or eating your shorts when we did the last exercise. Of course, tightening your core when you do like pull-ups, chin-ups, lifting the back, lifting your legs up a little bit. There's other ways you can activate other muscle groups in the sequence of really focusing on the main muscle group that your intention is to work on. And with abs, you can superset those. And depending on what you do, you can also do it without taking any breaks, because your core is an endurance muscle because they work all the time. So you're constantly working those muscle groups. So you can transition to exercises and do a lot of supersets. You can do little rest, no rest at all, if you really want to challenge your core. So it's all about your fitness level and what you want to do. So now we're working the no love handles. So again, you want to rest this arm flat. There's different ways to do it, but for me, I'm going to rest the arm flat. I'm not going to press with the arm, so I like to use my palm up so that I'm not pressing with the muscle with that to help lift myself up. You're going to lift your shoulders up, and for me, I'm going to also lift my legs up and kind of bring them in to a crunch. Of course, you got to do the other side. And you can do it different ways, like keeping your feet in the air the whole time, not coming all the way down. If you have more of a challenge, you can just do one leg in the air. You can do the legs bent, do it that way. So there's a lot of different ways you can do it. It's all about your fitness level and where you are in it, and really challenge yourself in whatever level you're in. So again, we don't use a lot of rest with core because they are endurance muscles, so they can take the constant strain for periods of time. But it's all about you and where you are. Transition over to the obliques again. We're gonna do one more. And again, that'll be it. That's a wrap. That's the workout. So we're gonna do a separate one about stretching, not today, because I still got a little more to do on legs. So, but moving forward, we'll do one just showing stretching. I'll bring out like the foam roller or the tennis ball. Just using just body stretches, using some of the stretch machines. I do promote the stretch machines. So they are good ways to stretch the muscles, especially isolating specific muscle groups. So that's it for me. That's it for today. Again, don't forget, like, subscribe, share, comment. Don't forget to hit us up. Any comments you may have, tell us what you thought about the workout. If you've been doing it, don't forget to call that line, 916-410-1950, or hit up teamfitnessmajor.com, get your free consultation, or to do just get a free question you want to ask me, go to the Contact Us tab. If you want to do the free consultation altogether, you can do the new client survey, take the surveys, about 10 questions. We'll go over that survey with you, talk about your goals, see if we have a good fit. Email at fitnessmajor@gmail.com. And don't forget to always, support the channel. Shit Talking Sundays with AG the Dad, Fitness Tip of the Week with me, Vince the Beast. You know what I'm saying? Change begins with you. This the movement. We're not just telling you about it, now we're showing you about how we do it. So there's no excuse. Make it happen and claim your success. And with that, we'll see y'all the next Fitness Tip of the Week. We out.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate you taking time out your busy schedule and giving us some jewels on how to stay healthy, stay wealthy, and stay wise. So remember, everybody, if you like what you hear, like what you see, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification button. because the more people we can touch, the more people we can keep on this earth to enjoy God's given gift. So, and just remember that is you. So, with that being said, we'll see you guys next week for another episode of Shit Talking Sundays Fitness Tip of the Week. I'm your boy AG the Dad. That was Vince the Beast with Team Fitness Major, and I am OUT out. Peace.